Hello, and welcome to another episode of 5 Minutes with Freed. I'm your host, Michael Freed. I'm a litigation partner in the matrimonial and family law firm of Berkman Bottger Newman Schein, with offices in New York City, Westchester, and now Long Island. And today, my special guest is Michael Daab, a new partner in the Long Island office. So, Michael, welcome to 5 Minutes with Freed.
Hey, Michael, thanks for having me on.
Sure. So, Michael, how many years have you been practicing matrimonial law?
It's been 23 this past February.
Michael, tell me, how did you get involved in matrimonial law?
Well, it's an interesting story. I was coming out of law school, and my parents had a very good friend who was a matrimonial attorney who was practicing in Nassau County. So I was interviewing at the time in various firms and needed a place to work for the summer. So this person, Alex Petrush, agreed to have me come on with him. So I worked with him for several months. He took me to second seated trial in Monticello, New York, where we represented a father in a pro bono custody case.
So Michael, in general, how do you approach representing a client in a divorce?
It's a tough question. I think you can have a different answer for every case. But I'd say as a general matter, when a case comes in, and as the case progresses, what I do is listen to what the client has to say, try to identify what their immediate needs are for the case, come to some understanding and determine what the ultimate goal is for the case, and then set out to accomplish that. One thing I'll say is that for every case that comes in, unless there's an emergency situation where you need to run to court, whether it's a non-payment of support or you're looking to protect an asset that could be depleted, I look at a case to see if it could be settled.
Michael, let's move away from the law aspect of for a moment, and let's talk about you as a person. Tell me a little bit about you.
Well, I live in Garden City, which is local to this office. I have a wife of 18 years. I have 3 children, ages 13, 11, and soon to be 8. They're involved in all kinds of activities, including very expensive travel sports such as gymnastics and hockey. We recently, within the last several months, got a new dog. We had a dog for 15 and a half years that passed away, unfortunately. And we were fortunate enough to find a breeder, and we have a new dog named Penny, who's a golden doodle, who's a red color.
Michael, why did you decide to move to Berkman Bottger Newman Schein? Well,
I've known the firm for years. I mean, they've been around for longer than I'm practicing. I was familiar with Barry Berkman all along. Had some involvement with him earlier in my career, back in the late 90s. So I know the firm has been around, and I've known them to have a high reputation from the beginning. The other thing that attracted me to the firm was that their focus is not simply on litigation. It involves mediation and collaborative law. So as I indicated earlier, I'm trained in both of those aspects, and take pride in how I was trained and how I'm able to approach a case. And the firm has a focus on all 3. So that to me was an attractive prospect. Thank you.
So now, Michael Daab, we've come to the most important part of the show, and that is the question of the week. And Michael Daab, this is your question of the week. What do you think is the most positive thing that a client would say about your representation of him or her?
I would say they would, number 1, say I was honest with them. Number 2, I was attentive to their issues, their needs, the needs of the case from beginning to end. And number 3, that I got the result that they expected they would get based on consultations and based on the counsel I've given them throughout the entire case.
Great answer. And, Michael Daab, you've said it all. You are, again, a consummate professional, great attorney, and such an amazing addition to Berkman Bottger Newman Schein. And I want to thank you for being a wonderful guest on 5 Minutes with Freed.
Those are very kind words, Michael. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.